All right, I am using a 16 by 20 heat press. The bag is actually smaller than that, so all it's going to require is one press. I am going to put another sheet on top. Right now it's at 390 degrees, 60 seconds. All right, y'all, so as you can tell, and let me move this before I get more. All right, y'all, so those bags are not going to be recommended for sublimation because at the 400 degrees and 60 seconds it did melt the string. So I'm going to try it again using another temperature, but at 460 seconds the string totally melted. Also the black leather invitation, whatever it is, also melted, but not as bad. I was not expecting the string to melt, but it melted. I was thinking it was gonna melt, but fooled me, the string melted. All right, y'all, but if that wasn't the case, the bag came out nice, as you can tell. I'm gonna try it at another temperature and see what it does. But yeah, right now I'm not going to recommend it for sublimation purposes, but I am going to try another bag because I ordered a few. Hello, I'm Nikki from MyeFavors.com, and today I'm going to show you how to sublimate on these lightweight bags, especially the ones that have the leather ends. All right, I do not suggest putting these under the heat press because these will melt, to include your drawstrings. So I'm going to show you another way you can sub on these without having to put it under the heat press, using a Cricut heat press. So yes, so basically what I'm doing is lining the bag, which is recommended so that the ink does not transfer onto the other side, to include your heat resistant pad if you decide to use one. So this is my image here. And basically I'm just going to tape this image down. All right, so as you can tell, I literally just ran out of tape, but that should be good enough for this. Now what I'm going to do is put the pad underneath that paper, and I'm going to press it at 400 degrees, heavy pressure for 60 seconds. When pressing, try not to get on the strings here because, like I say, they will melt. So that's going to be the first press. And it appears that I should have put more tape, because that literally, so what I'm have to do is adjust this and adjust the pillow inside to bring it down. As you can tell, I should have taped all the way around because it did adjust. Another thing is, let me grab some more tape, because being that the heat press is going to be close to these edges, I am going to tape it. But before I do that, I'm going to just take a quick peek. All right, make sure I'm still kind of aligned. I am going to have ghosting, I already know this. But let me grab some tape. All right, so what I'm going to do now is basically cover that black leather piece up. Put my image back down. I'm going to put it up in here somewhere so I can see where I am. And I'm going to do another 460 seconds, but more so to this bottom. All right, when pressing, you want to make sure that your drawstrings are not underneath the press. As you can tell, when I moved it, the tape came off on the table. And when I had the paper on there, since the tape was not on the leather piece, it actually stuck to that leather piece. That's why it's very important to make sure that you tape this part here up. All right, because the rest of the piece is fine. And also, all right, so see how that melted? You're gonna have to be careful. So if you can prevent from going so far down where you have to hit that leather part, do so. So basically what I'm going to do is just tie this back. All right, so let's go ahead. So if you just saw how I just repaired that, if you can, try not to go past your heat press, past this area, because this will melt. All right, so there you have it. As you can tell, it did shift, but that's how you would sub. I have another piece. I'm going to go ahead and try it for the back side. All right, so let's go ahead, and this time I'm going to see if what happens if I don't use the mat. So I'm going to print this time without the mat. This time I'm going to also try using the spray and see what happens. And I'm going to take it, try to put it close as possible to the center. All right, so that's there. However, I already know that once this heat is applied to it, that's going to lift up. But let's try it anyway. This is a do's and don't video, so at least you'll know what to do and what to do and what not to do. All right, so this is not going to be the paper to use because this is parchment paper. It's slippery, and I can tell that as I was pressing, it was slipping. All right, also I should have, look at the table. this is going to be a no-go. So as you can tell, I just literally burnt the table because I didn't have the mat, the heat resistant mat in. So it had nothing to hold that heat. Yeah, so this is for sure a do and don't. You are gonna, a towel or something, yeah, you're gonna need to have a towel if you don't use a mat, because I just literally destroyed the varnish on this table. But anyway, here's the image. It did move. Let me turn it on the back. Yeah, so that was the front, that's the back side. And it moved, and also I got some brown sticky stuff. Not, let me look under the bottle. Not, okay, so I guess this brown sticky stuff, because it's not on the bottom of the Cricut press, so I'm going to assume it was from the table. So when doing these bags and you're going to use them on surfaces like this, be sure to cover it. I just wanted to show you the difference between those bags and then these bags. All right, so this is the Amazon bags. As you can tell, you obviously know it when you see these ends. Those are the Amazon bags. All right, so just in case you was wondering how they sub, this is the Amazon bags. These are the bags that we sell. You can put this under the heat press. You still have to be wary of the drawstrings, but they will not melt like that. There is no pleather at the bottom, so you don't want to have to worry about that. Also, I did this full color with no problem or issues. All right, so if you're interested in buying these quality bags from us, don't forget to check out our Etsy shop. I have a link. The link will be in the description box. It is black on one side. It is a very good firm material, canvas like on the back side and the front. All right, and I sublimated this with no problems. I do have a video available showing exactly how I sublimated this bag. Go ahead and check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss the next video. Alrighty, but what I'm going to suggest at this point is that when designing, if you decide to do these bags, use the dimensions of the Cricut. That way you do not have to lift up more than one time. You do one press, it's done and over with. All right, and also kind of stay in the middle because I did hit that top again and it melted. So this is not going to be a functional bag. All right, it will work. As you can see, the image did come out, but I do have ghosting from when I moved it from the top to the bottom. Also, if you're going to use the temporary bond, it will, once you put that heat press on it, it will move. So you're going to have to tape it and only one press. Doing two press is going to be no good. All right, I am Nikki from MyeFavors.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss another do's and don't video. All right.